Hi there. Thank you for joining me in my garden. Today I want to take you around with me while I do a bit of a garden bed refresh. I have a few hydrangeas that I like to move to another garden bed where they'll have a bit more protection from the hot afternoon sun. And I thought that I'd take you along with me while I do this. I also want to take this opportunity to say hello and welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me in my garden. I hope you enjoy watching me share my garden space with you. To start, I wanted to show this shrub that I found in my local garden center this weekend. It's very reminiscent of a boxwood lollipop topiary, which I love. It's a proven winner's strongbox, and it's hardy from zones 5 to 9. I'm in a zone 6, so it's not a shrub that I can overwinter in a container, but I'm definitely going to find a location in my garden bed where I think it will be able to thrive. I don't have any experience with this type of a shrub. We do have sometimes harsh, long winters, so hopefully it will do well. I'm looking forward to see how it goes. Now in this planter behind, I grew some white gomphrena from seed. I grew this last year as well, and I really don't remember it being this tall. So it's not the most appropriate for this particular planter with my double ball topiary. But when I grow it next year, I'll just make sure that I place it in an appropriate planter. Now, a surprise annual for me this year is this Super Tunia Vista Cool Jazz. It is a really beautiful, beautiful annual. I'm definitely going to try to use that again next year. Now this is a surprise. I see that there's a reseeded pansy from the spring. We've been in the high 20s, low 30s, so I'm shocked to see that that pansy is actually blooming. In this planter, I have some white maverick geraniums and white marigolds that I grew from seed, and they're underplanted with some lemon coral sedum. I just love lemon coral sedum. It's one of my favorite annuals that I definitely have in my garden every year. Now over to my left, you'll see those pink, beautiful panicles. That's my little quickfire. It's my first panicle hydrangea that goes into bloom in the spring, and it's also the first one to start showing off its beautiful pink coloring. Okay, so this is the garden bed that I was talking about that I wanted to do a little refresh. I have some less dense skyview hydrangeas as well as two wee white hydrangeas, and it's the wee white hydrangeas that I've been noticing for the past few years getting some burn due to too much sun in the afternoon. So I do have another garden bed where I have quite a few wee whites in there and they don't experience any burning. So I'm gonna move these over to that garden bed where I think it'll be better suited for them. So I've gone ahead and I removed the wee whites, and I'm going to replace them with two more less dense skyview. So I replaced the first Less Than Sky View. I had one in my plant stash that I purchased about a month ago. So I've placed that in this garden space. I do have another sky view in another garden bed. It did suffer some winter dieback, but it is doing better and it even has a bloom on it. So I'm going to remove it from this garden bed and place it in my arbor garden bed. This particular garden bed is going through a little bit of a redesign, so I'll be replacing it with another hydrangea later on this fall. Okay, so here is the garden bed with the two new Less Than Sky Views being placed. So now I'm going to take you to the bed where I moved the wee whites to. So in this bed, I have a lot of hydrangeas. I think I'll do another walkthrough of this garden bed so I can share all of the different varieties. Now here is the first wee white I moved, and the second wee white planted here beside the little hottie. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions in regards to any of the plants that I've shown today. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for coming along with me while I made these updates to my garden bed. And thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.